Sony isn't ready to pull the plug on their best-selling console. As a matter of fact, they're still pumping out more PS4s. For the PS4 owners that don't have a PS5 yet, What to Play presents 50 of the best games to play on the platform, all arranged by playscore. To check out our full list, visit our website at whattoplay.com, link in the description box below. This video is sponsored by the Guzzler game. Guzzler is the official creator of customizable and operable NFTs for your journey through the metaverse. More about it later in the video. Starting off at 50th place is Psychonauts 2. Raz returns in this much-awaited sequel to Double Fine's fine platformer. Take on mind-bending trips inside other people's psyches and manipulate the world around you. It receives a play score of 8.93. 49th is Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch Remastered. A team effort between the talented people at Studio Ghibli and Level 5 Studios. This heartwarming isekai combines surrealism and gorgeous fantasy into a stellar JRPG. It's like Narnia, but anime. A play score of 8.93. 48th in the list is NieR Automata. Yokotaro's most celebrated NieR entry, Automata takes the dystopian themes of NieR and Drakengard to whole new levels of existential dread. A play score of 8.93. 47th in the list is Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Taking place within the Uncharted universe, Chloe and Nadine band together to steal treasures. The Lost Legacy contains explosive set pieces and solid action that could rival the original 4 games. A play score of 8.94. In the 46th spot is Yakuza Like a Dragon. Sega's crazy yet fantastically written action JRPG, this soft reboot introduces new heroes and villains, removing the series' staple brawler combat in favor of strategic turn-based mechanics. "45th in our list is Dragon Age Inquisition. The third of BioWare's epic fantasy series, Inquisition takes players to a bigger open world with a cast of new and familiar characters. As Inquisitors save the world from growing corruption and take down foes in dynamic real-time combat. A play score of 8.95. 44th is Nex Machina. Before they made Returnal, House Marquee perfected their signature twin-stick shooting in this dazzling title. Enjoy blazing fast gameplay that's made for hours and hours of arcadey fun. A play score of 8.95. At 43rd is DJMax Respect, a classic series that made its name in the PlayStation Portable era. This rhythm action game features over 100 songs ranging from the old tunes of the series to the new. It receives a play score of 8.95. In our 42nd spot is Moss, a solid VR entry for the PlayStation 4 that's not a console exclusive. Moss is tailor-made for virtual reality. Guide the little mouse warrior Quill as she makes her way around a fantasy world teeming with magic and wonder. A play score of 8.96. And at 41st is Final Fantasy IX Digital Edition. A PS1 Hall of Famer, this gem from the year 2000 still holds up story-wise. The digital edition comes with a few quality-of-life changes, including the ability to fast-forward its dated combat. A play score of 8.96. Coming in at 40th is Shadow of the Colossus. The gorgeous world of this remade PS2 gem was polished to near perfection by Bluepoint Studios, so much so that it'll be on the top PS4 rankings for years to come. Coming in at 39th is Dead Cells. A never-ending cycle of live, die, and fight, Motion Twin's fast-paced Metroidvania combined with roguelike mechanics makes this the most unique in the saturated market. 38th is Quake. Originally a PC classic, this genre-defining game from id Software is also available on the PlayStation 4. It's no remake or remaster, it's still the same old game you know 2 decades ago. 37th on the list is Inside, Playdead's next hit after the success of Limbo. It's no horror game, but its unsettling moments are a staple part of the PS4's collection. 36th place is Diablo 3 Ultimate Edition. Blizzard's RPG found its home on the PS4. The Ultimate Edition gave us the definitive experience with the DLCs and a much-needed visual upgrade. Coming down to 35th is Tetris Effect. A gaming classic, this new Tetris iteration remains addictive to this day. Tetris Effect dazzles us with this electrifying version packed with good tunes and PlayStation VR support. Ranked 34th is Odin Sphere Leifthsair. One of PlayStation Vita's best games, Leifthsair is vanillaware at its finest, and this PlayStation 4 version is no different. This remake polishes its classic two-dimensional gameplay, making it accessible to new fans. Coming in at 33rd is Fallout 4. Generally praised for its fun role-playing elements, its open world, and most of all, its limitless modding potential, some might say it's the series' last decent entry. To the 32nd spot is Doom Eternal. This sequel to id Software's testosterone-fueled trip to hell is bigger than ever. Demolish these poor demons of the underworld while jamming to Mick Gordon's head-banging soundtrack. 31st is Rez Infinite. Combining rhythm-based gameplay and rail shooting, this experimental IP made a name for itself when it came out 2 decades ago. With or without a PlayStation VR, this game is a one-of-a-kind trip to cyberspace. Rank 30th is the Talos Principle, Deluxe Edition. Question the nature of life and humanity in this narrative-based puzzle adventure from Crow Team. Solve a multitude of brain teasers and find the answers hidden on this mysterious island. A play score of 9.01. Pulling up on 29th is Batman Arkham Knight. With the introduction of the Batmobile, Rocksteady finally gave us what we needed. The gameplay might drag sometimes, but driving around the Cape Crusader's armored tank never gets old. It earns a play score of 9.02. Swinging into 28th is Marvel's Spider-Man. We've seen No Way Home and we love it. Far from the MCU canon, this video game version of Stan Lee's friendly neighborhood superhero is an emotional and epic tale for Peter Parker. A play score of 9.03. At 27th is It Takes Two. Winner of last year's The Game Awards, this puzzle adventure is a co-op experience like no other. Lend that extra controller and fix a broken marriage by working together and solving a variety of challenges. A play score of 9.05. Looping into the 26th spot is Hades. Supergiant Games' multi-award-winning roguelike, Zagreus' escape from the underworld is a never-ending cycle. It's made better with its well-written cast of characters and strong progression system that can net you hours and hours of gameplay. A play score of 9.05. 25 done, 25 more to go. But for now, let's get out of the underworld and take a look at the sponsor of today's video, Guzzler. The metaverse is vast and it will just keep on expanding. But you know what would make it better? Having your very own sweet ride at the ready as you travel through the many open worlds. At Guzzler, you get to customize your NFT cars that you can drive around in other blockchain games. And when we say customizable, we mean you can layer NFTs and images to make your vehicle even more unique and valuable. Everything from the skin, license plate, performance parts, etc. are all NFTs. These parts could be minted together or bought and sold separately at OpenSea, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. The Guzzler game is currently in beta. Right now you can play single drag and multiplayer drag. Just a few days ago, the full road course race experience has been released. Follow the Guzzler project on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. The links will also be in the description box. 25th place is Night in the Woods. Alec Aloka's legacy is a bittersweet tale about growing up. This coming-of-age narrative-driven adventure lures us into the quiet old town of Possum Springs and its selection of odd inhabitants. Styling the 24th spot is Devil May Cry 5. This entry brings together the series' top dogs. Its gameplay and energetic soundtrack helped in highlighting each character's personality, and it worked well into their Virgil DLC. 23rd is Monster Hunter World. This massive MH title breathed new life into the series. Iceborne, its latest DLC, brought even more to the table. What's not to love about a vast map of ferocious monsters you can play with friends? At 22nd is Okami HD. An essential buy during the days of the PlayStation 2, Capcom's love for Japanese mythology resonates well in this remastered version of this 2006 classic. Help Ami save the land of Nippon from the growing Orochi in beautiful watercolor-laden visuals. Rolling at 21st is Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. When it comes to pure, unadulterated RPGs, Larian Studios knows how to keep them clean yet complex. Forge your own path and make tough choices as you make your way around this dangerous fantasy world. 20th place is Shovel Knight. Paying tribute to the classic title, Shovel Knight is a treasure trove of platforming goodness. Making your way through challenging castles full of henchmen with just a shovel is a great price to pay for love and a ton of fun. 19th in the ranking is Ghost of Tsushima. Sucker Punch made us feel like the ultimate samurai badass. Whether it's taking down Mongols, raiding bandits, or taking in the gorgeous landscapes, you're in for a satisfying ride. 18th place is Dark Souls 3. Nothing beats Dark Souls' intentional difficulty spikes, and with this final entry, the series ended on a high note, a play score of 9.10. Webbed at 17th is Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. His exaggerated swagger might be the reason he got his own standalone story. It's a short but emotional experience that gave us a character study of the heroic Greenhorn. Coming in at 16th place is Final Fantasy VII Remake. The first in a planned series of remakes, 7 was a big leap, but they stuck the landing. It's Tetsuya Nomura's most ambitious project to date, and it sets the stage for the next remakes, a play score of 9.10. 15th spot belongs to Horizon Zero Dawn. Aloy was just getting started. Zero Dawn's ambitious open-world adventure takes us into unforgiving lands, teeming with mechanical wildlife and science fiction mystery. The next chapter in her story, Forbidden West, may get us more answers once it comes out. At 14th is Mass Effect Legendary Edition. The ultimate way to experience the Mass Effect trilogy for the first time, or again. This collection remasters 3 of the series' acclaimed titles. It even includes DLCs and a variety of quality of life improvements. Commander Shepard's Journey has a play score of 9.12. Rank 13th is Bloodborne. A big change in direction from its Dark Souls counterpart, it retains the Souls-like mechanics, but with an added complexity that encourages aggression and a bit of madness. There's no wondering why this exclusive is a mainstay in the top rankings. Coming to the 12th spot is Undertale. You can't explain away the influence this game has. Turning the usually violent role-playing genre on its head, this unique experience and its cast of lovable characters make it a welcome addition to any list. A play score of 9.22. 11th in our rankings is Journey, a wholesome video game experiment that combines artistic imagery and simple gameplay. It commits to the silence, and sometimes a silent pilgrimage is all you need. Jacking the 10th spot is Grand Theft Auto 5. While we've been awaiting the release of GTA 6, Rockstar sure bought itself a lot of time with 5's active online mode. With everyone still around messing up the game's open world, it's still a hotbed of chaos, and it receives a play score of 9.24. Sneaking into the 9th spot is Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. Some would say it's the perfect send-off to Snake's story, others would say it's missing key story moments. One thing's for certain, critic or fan, its open-world emergent gameplay, where being creative is more fun than being conventional, is worth checking out. A play score of 9.25. Mutating to the 8th ranking is Resident Evil 2 Remake. More than just a visual upgrade and a new third-person camera, this polished remake also fleshed out both Claire and Leon's campaign. Whether you played the original or not, there are surprises for everyone. On time at the 7th spot is Dragon Quest XI's, Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. This Definitive Edition makes the ultimate fantasy JRPG in Square Enix's long-running series. Take on the role of brave luminary and embark on a grand trip filled with magic, mystery, and a heartwarming cast of characters. No shades of grey at 6th place at The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The excellence of this open-world RPG is what made Cyberpunk 2077 so disappointing. There's so much to its world to discover, and finish it or not, Geralt's journey is a memorable one. Cowboy up at 5th place with Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar's gold standard of open-world gaming. Their narrative direction brought life to a world moving away from lawless violence. Arthur Morgan's story will surely live on in the years to come. It gets a play score of 9.33. Exploring the 4th spot is Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Nathan Drake's final journey in the globe-trotting action-adventure. It signifies the series' explosive crescendo with breathtaking visuals, insane set pieces, and seamless moment-to-moment action. Surviving to 3rd place is The Last of Us Remastered. The less controversial of the two games, this remastered version brings upscaled visuals and improved frame rates to Joel and Ellie's quest for redemption. Not only that, the addition of the Left Behind DLC brings more focus to Ellie's story. Fathering 2nd place is God of War. Recently making its way to the PC, this soft reboot of Sony's critically acclaimed action-adventure is a blockbuster adventure worth taking. It still rocks that visceral hack-and-slash combat, continuing to redefine its cinematic action roots. We can't wait for Ragnarok. God of War gets a play score of 9.52. Standing at the top at 1st place is Persona 5 Royal. Kratos can whine, but for our critics and gamers, this revamped Persona 5 experience is still number 1. Introducing new characters, adding a whole new story arc, and some more jazzy tunes is enough to bring it to the top spot on the PS4 with a play score of 9.58. What's your favorite PlayStation 4 game of all time? Leave a comment below and let's talk about it.